Hey, what's up, y'all? We're going to be reading chapter 1 of Genesis, verses 1 through 25. So, this is over the story of creation and everything. So, we just going to look through it. Verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Let's stop there. Notice something interesting. If you look at the interlinear version of the Bible, for the word for heavens, it's hasamayim, which in other parts of the Bible, it's referred to as just referring to the skies in general, not like heaven as in how we think about it. So this is implying that God could just be out, living in the skies, the vastness of the sky, out in the universe instead of outside the universe. I don't know. That's just an assumption I'd be making, but put your thoughts on it in the comments. All right, verse 2. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. So let's notice how it says the Spirit of God, as in what Christians would call the Holy Spirit. Now the word is Elohim Ruach, which is similar to Ruach, which, it's the same word. Ruach, which is the word for Holy Spirit. Elohim Ruach, it's, the same thing as saying the Spirit of God, the Holy Spirit. Now, it's also referred to, like wurua, in that instance, it's also referred to as breath. So it could be like the breath of God, kind of like how God breathed life into creation. Verse 3, then God said, let there be light, and there was light, and God saw that the light, and he saw that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. So the evening and the morning were the first day. All right, let's pay attention to this next section, verses 6 through 8. Then God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. Thus God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. All right. This could be interpreted as a scientific miracle, especially in the Quran. If you read the Quran, it talks about a firmament separating, and people say, Muslims, they say, how could God, how could any human writing the Quran know that? That must mean the Quran is from God. But no, this shows that the Bible has divine inspiration written in it, even in Genesis 1, because, it's talking about a firmament separating waters, It's the same thing that the Quran says, but from thousands of years before in old Jewish texts. So the evening and the morning were the second day. Verse 9, then God said, let the waters under the heavens be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear, and it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gatherings together of the waters he called seas, and God saw that it was good. Then God said, let the earth bring forth grass, and herbs that yield seed, and the fruit tree that yields fruit according to its kind, whose seed is in itself on the earth. And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, and the herb that yields seed according to its kind, and the tree that yields fruit, whose seed is in itself according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. So the evening and the morning were the third day. Then God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and seasons, and for days and years, and let them be for lights in the firmament of the heavens to give light on earth. And it was so. So, just thought of something interesting. It's an interesting question to think about, and I think some people have already asked it, but it's good to play around with. So, let's say, if God separated the day from the night, a few days after creation began, then how long were those days? But the old Jewish word, it refers to a regular 24-hour period. So God, he was talking about just a regular 24-hour period when he said he created it in 7 days. Each of those days was 24 hours even before day and night were separated from each other. Verse 16, then God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. God set them in the firmament of the heavens to give light on the earth, and to rule over the day, and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. So the evening and the morning were the fourth day. Then God said, let the waters abound with an abundance of living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the face of the firmament of the heavens. So God created sea creatures and every living thing that moves, with which the waters abounded, according to their kind, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let the birds multiply of the air. So the evening and the morning were the fifth day. Then God said, let the earth bring forth the living creature according to its kind, cattle and creeping things and beasts of the earth, each according to its kind. And it was so. And God made the beast of the earth according to its kind, cattle according to its kind, and everything that creeps on the earth according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. Let's notice the motif in this where God repeatedly says, and it is good. He saw that it was good. It was good. Now, it's important to show the parallel between Genesis 1 and John 1 when it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. In him all things were created, and without him was not anything made that was made. Talking about the Word, or Jesus. So it shows that the Trinity was in the Old Testament, because even in verse 2, it says the Spirit of God, and it talks about Jesus as a partner in creation. Isn't that amazing how it all plays together? Post any thoughts about this in the comments, whatever you think about it, any comments, any details, any things we missed out on, because it really is a dense thing to look at. It's beautiful. But hope you liked the video. Yeah, Jesus is Lord.